Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy back at it again after another week, another tough loss um, to the Jets. This one was a tough one. This one was a tough one because this was one of those scenarios, situations that we had every opportunity to close this game out. We had every opportunity to put points on the board and keep momentum on our side, but we did not handle business. Turnovers, special teams, injury bug. You know what I'm saying? We giving up big plays. You know what I'm saying? Like we just weren't disciplined, penalties, you name it. The things that have been plaguing us all season long came into one game. You know what I'm saying? One thing that we've done a decent job of avoiding has been the injuries. And today, man, everybody was just getting bust up. Everybody. I mean, there were some guys that were resilient enough to come back in the game. So let's speak on injuries first. Milano, that one hurts. That one hurts a lot. Um, that's a guy that I like a lot on this squad. I mean, I think we all are a big fan of Milano and him going through that injury. Though that one looked bad. Either he dislocated his ankle, which I think it's beyond that. That was bad, man. That ankle wasn't going nowhere, and it sucks because the way he was twisted around and planted underneath that leg, it's a wrap. So you hate to lose a guy as valuable and as important to this defense as Milano. But you know what? Injuries happen in this game. You just got to keep it moving, man. You know what I'm saying? So we had some guys that went down today. Jordan Mills. Jordan Mills went down. McKenzie went down for a bit, came back in. Levi Wallace went down, came back. Was it McKenzie? Robert Foster tweaked and came back. I mean, there was several injuries, man, and so guys fought back. But in the end, man, this was a tough loss because I felt like we were in control the whole time. We were in control, like we had it. First drive, we marched strong. You know what I mean? My guy jumps into the end zone on a run, and we're good to go. We're up 7. You know what I'm saying? A nice defensive stop in the red zone. You know what I mean? We keep these guys to 2 field goals. Like, this is what our defense has done all season long, keeping us in games. We're up 14-3 at one point, 14-6. We got this, man. We missing field goals. You know what I'm saying? The O-line is not blocking on a standard field goal. Nobody got up. Everybody stayed in their stance. You know what I'm saying? And that I think that's when things went awry. You know what I'm saying? We're letting 2 big, huge kickoff returns, which gives them huge field advantage. And this is what kills us, man. We giving up field advantage. We're giving up field position, and you expect our defense to, hold tight. You can't, man. When teams get into the red zone, it's a wrap. Like they're looking for green. They're looking for pay dirt. And we just can't do it. We just can't be pulling shit like that. So let's jump into the stats real quick, just so we have an idea of how this game went. So Sam Darnold, let's go with the Jets. Let's keep it a buck, man. The Jets were motivated today. They wanted. We spanked the hell out of them last game, 41 to whatever. We spanked them. So they needed to come back and prove something to us. And they had their rookie quarterback in. And let's keep it real with each other. Sam Darnold is better than McCown. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got youth on your side, smart, intelligent guy. And he's known to have clutch gene. If you guys don't know what that is, man, go ask Skip Bayless what the clutch gene is, man. That boy has a clutch gene. He's had it all his career at USC, and clearly he brought it today. Our problem is we couldn't close shit. You've got to be able to close in this league, man. You got to close, because go ask the Patriots what happened today. Go ask the Patriots. You don't close out, you got problems. Go ask the Ravens and the Chiefs today. 4th and 9. 4th and 9, you're going to let my man roll out and hit. Like, you got to close out in this league. You cannot let teams hang around. And that's exactly what the Bills did. We let the bum-ass Jets hang around. But you got to give them credit. You got to give them credit. They grinded. They stuck around. They chipped away and made plays when needed to play. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't help the case. We did not help them. I mean, you have your starting quarterback that should know better now. He should know better. Rolling out to his right, seeing nothing, and heaving up a prayer. My guy, you can't do shit like that. Throw the ball out of bounds and live another down. It was first and 25 yards. Live another down. What are you trying to gain all 25 yards on one play? You can't, man. Throw the ball away and live another down. What does he do? Throws it up and gives an easy interception to Tremaine Johnson. Can't do shit like that. You can't. Turn the ball over like that, you can't, man. Anyway, I'll get back on that. Sam Darnold, 16 for 24, 170 yards. 16 for 24. It's modest. Nothing great. He didn't light it up. You know what I'm saying? But 16 for 24 shows me a bit of efficiency. Threw a bad interception, but Tremaine Edmonds was there for it. I mean, rookie mistakes. You can't roll out and try to Patrick Mahomes your way to successful plays. Only that motherfucker can do shit like that because that boy's nice like that. I don't know and I don't get it. But Mahomes can do it. I don't know if you guys saw it, but this dude did a no-look pass today. A no-look football pass. Who does that shit? Rolling left, looking right, and still hitting the receiver, crossing this. Like, come on, man. That's craziness. So Sam Darnold did well, man. Robbie Anderson had a day. 4 receptions, 76 yards. Trey White. You know what I mean? You can't have a baller day every game. You're going to have some games where they're going to challenge your ass. And today you got challenged. You got challenged today, man. And you made some plays and you gave up some plays. But that's going to happen. Trey White is still a baller of a corner, but his eyes were they're in the backfield too long. You know what I'm saying? In the backfield too long will get you beat. And that's exactly what happened, man. Sam Darnold put a pretty ball on the corner on the right-hand side, dropped it in a bucket for Robbie Anderson. Trey White was there. Man, but he had his eyes too long into the backfield and did not respect what was happening. Shout out to Joe Smith. What's happening? 5 drop balls, including another clay drop. I know, man. We had 5 drops today. It doesn't help, and I'm gonna get into that. Thank you, Joe, for that donation. And I'm gonna get into those drop balls, man, because we just can't do that, man. Tremaine Johnson, 2 interceptions. So the Jets didn't do anything spectacular. They just made small plays here and there, chipped away, didn't allow us to do things that we wanted to do, and made adjustments. Adjustments in this NFL game is so crucial. Now, let us go to our guy, Josh Allen, our starting quarterback, our leader. So here's the deal. 18 for 36. For those that are hard on math and don't do the math, and it's 50%. We can't go 50%. We just can't. Like, you want success in this league, you must be over 55%. You got to be over 55%. My guy, you were 56% at your career at Wyoming. You can't come into the NFL and become worse. Yes, we had drop balls. We did. But he threw some balls where you're like, are you kidding me? You're skipping balls off the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like, my guy, you can't do that, man. You're at a level. You got drafted at a level that you cannot make them type of throws. You can't. You got to hit your guys. But then you'll make a brilliant pass downfield 25 yards. But then you'll skip a little dunk, like a dunker. You'll skip a dunker onto the floor that should be an easy reception for you. I just don't get that. I don't get that. That's the inconsistency that plagues us on this team. We're too inconsistent. And when we're inconsistent, it does us no good. It does us no good whatsoever. So that being said, 18 for 36, 206 yards, 2 interceptions, lost a fumble. But on the bright side, you rushed for over 100 yards today, which is cool because you're the first quarterback, I think, in history. Is that right? I'm gonna try to get that right. Yep, first quarterback in history to rush for back-to-back over 100 yards. Kudos to you. But guess what, Mr. Allen? We didn't draft you to run the goddamn ball all day. You gotta make passes, man. You gotta stand tall in that pocket and deliver that way, because teams will make adjustments like the Jets did in the second half. Because in the first half, you did what you wanted to do with these guys. But this game is a game of adjustments, a game of movements, it's a game of chess. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's making moves. We can't be playing checkers in this bitch. We got to be thinking 3 or 4 steps ahead. So they made adjustments, and we have to capitalize. We got to capitalize, man. Robert Foster was our best receiver today. 7 receptions off of 8 targets, over 100 yards, 104 yards. My guy was playing today, man. And then you have the opposite in Zay Jones. 9 targets, 3 receptions, and a key drop. 22 yards. We needed what? It was like a 20-yard strike. Right in the chest. And you drop it. Oh, my guy. You got to pick that up. You got to catch that, man. You got to catch that. So, yes, we had some drops. So your 50% can definitely increase. But to me, when I see the 50%, I think of those balls that were easily able to just be caught and thrown a perfect ball. Just a little dump off. You know what I'm saying? But what I did see was improvement on the screen game. We actually, it looked like we worked on the screen game, because our screen game has been terrible all year long. But it looks like we worked on it. He worked on his mechanics. He worked on selling it. And we had some really positive plays on the screenplay. But overall, man, defense was not great today. We allowed too many things that plague us. We just can't do shit like that, man. We just can't. We can't. You know what I'm saying? But there's some good and some bad. I'm telling you right now, I'm looking back at why we can't run the ball. Our old line is putrid. Our old line is not very good. Jordan Mills, like, we have got 2 guys that are coming back next year. And it's going to be Dawkins coming back and Wyatt Teller. The left side of the line is coming back. Everybody to the right, you know what I'm saying? Beyonce to the right, you know what I'm saying? To the left, to the right. Get out of here, man. Miller, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, that line needs to be refused, everything, because my guy got beat up today. Josh Allen was getting hit, and I'm not talking about no ticky-tack stuff. He was getting grown man hit. And if my guy wants to last in this league, you're gonna get hit in the pocket, and you're a guy that likes to run the ball, you're gonna have to chill. We need you to have a nice, long, prolonged career, a 10 to 15-year career. My guy got beat up today, and right now, whenever those things happen, that is a blueprint. Other teams are gonna put on the film and start watching. Okay, see, this is what the Jets did. They kind of took away, they contained, they didn't let him roll out. And when they did roll out, there was 2 guys in his face. That's exactly what we got to do. Right now, essentially what's happening right now is the Jets said, and I hate to say it, and I don't agree with it, but this is what the Jets said with their play. You need to prove to us that you can pass the goddamn ball. Yes, we know you're a damn good athlete. You can run the ball. You can run for 100 yards. Cool. We'll let you have that. But you got to pass the ball, and you got to beat us for touchdowns. Guess who won today? You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, man, because right now, when we lose games like this, when you're in it, and you could beat the Jets, it's disheartening, because like, we could do so much better. Special teams was trash. We weren't blocking. Punts, kicks are getting blocked. We're letting guys run for 70 yards down the field. Like, just special teams was awful today. Josh Allen throwing a terrible interception. The first one. The second interception, inaccurate. Threw 2 inside. My guy, everyone and their mama knows, you want to hit your receiver, it's either you hit him to the outside where he gets it or no one gets it. You don't throw it inside. You know what I'm saying? You know what the rule is for cornerbacks? Thou shalt not let the receiver get inside. You let a receiver get inside of you, across your face, it's a wrap, because he's got you beat. He can do whatever the hell he wants with you. You know what I'm saying? Your friend as a cornerback is sidelined. That's your friend. Squeeze him out as a corner. So he's not letting Zay go inside. He's going to stay on the inside. And then here comes Allen throwing the ball on the inside, man. We got to do better. Now, it's not all doom and gloom, because these games right now, they're not useless. They're not for nothing. He's taking his lumps. You know what I mean? He's getting his experience. Like, this is his first year in Buffalo cold weather. Yes, he played in Wyoming. He gets it. There was some snow out there. You know what I'm saying? But Buffalo cold is different. Buffalo cold hits you in your bones, my man. It does. And for those that are from Buffalo, y'all know. That shit is windy out there. You know what I mean? I've been, and it's not nice. It's not nice. And I wasn't even there in the cold time. I'm talking about I was there like late October. And to me, it was cold. And I'm from Canada, and we have some cold weather. I'm from Ottawa. We got cold ass weather. So y'all know what I'm talking about. So that being said, that like we got to do better. LaShawn McCoy. Ugh, I've been saying, you guys have heard me. I've been saying it the last 2 to 3 weeks. It feels like my guy has taken a step, like half a step of a decrease in productivity. And then he pulls a hammy. Bro, man, that shit is killer. And like, why? This is me venting, by the way, because this is what we do with each other. Brian Dable, he has a good play calls today. I'm not gonna hate on him today. Today is not the day for me to hate on Brian Dable to be that way, but he had some good plays today. But establish your run game. Try to get something going. You know what I'm saying? You have an elusive back in Murphy. Get him involved in the game, man. Change the run plays a little bit. Give different formations. You gave a lot of whole different formations when it comes to pass and so on and so forth. But the run game helps your young quarterback. Get the run game established with your running backs so you can take off the pressure off your quarterback. I get what you're doing. If the offense works with our quarterback putting pressure on the defense and being able to scramble, keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. I get that part. But when they shut that shit down, you got to depend on your running backs. And today we just could not establish anything, man. Our leading rusher obviously was Josh Allen. You know what? The next leading rusher was Chris Ivory. I think with like 40 yards. And then I think 22 yards by Murphy. That's not the type of Buffalo rush game that we're typically able to give. We always are top team in rushing the ball. Now we all of a sudden can't rush the ball. Yes, the O-line is not great, but we got to design some things that we can. Man, when I try to give props to Dable, then I see this shit. Maybe I'm nitpicking too much. I might be nitpicking too much, but it's just the way I feel. So, what am I learning from this game? What do we take away from this game before I start taking your questions? Were we not aggressive enough? To me, I find that we weren't as aggressive. Like, we're up 14-6. Don't take your damn foot off the pedal. Keep going. Keep going. I didn't mind that Philly special play. Philly special, you know what I'm saying? But Zay Jones, the pass wasn't there, man. Run that shit for first down. Run that for a first down. And then you don't take it. You decide to throw it to Allen. It would have been a pretty play. A nice, like, off-the-cuff play call. I like it. But, like, if it's not there, man, take the run. Don't throw the ball anyway. There was a few things, man. There was just a few things. Get this. Josh Allen has 335 yards rushing in the last 3 games. Good for you. Better than Mike Vick in consecutive games of 3 games of consecutive running. Mike Vick had 294 yards. I don't think anybody thought that was ever going to be, surpassed. Here comes Josh Allen with 335 yards. Passing, 597 yards. I need you to be way above your rushing than your passing the last 3 games. 206, 160, 260. Did I get that right? 231, excuse me. We got to do better. We got to establish ourselves in the pass game. We've got to. Robert Foster seems to be a guy that is sticking. He's understanding what's going on. He's got the advantage because he was in Dable's offense back in Alabama. So he understands what's happening. McKenzie is coming along very well, which I love. Deontay Thompson was non-existent today. Zay Jones today did not have a great game. Deion Dawkins, I don't think Deion Dawkins is like elite. He's not elite, and I don't think anybody has ever put him in elite status. But we drafted you to be our left tackle, and it's going okay. Me personally, next year I'm moving you inside. I'm putting you at left guard. Put your ass at left guard. You know what I'm saying? Put Wyatt Teller, move Wyatt Teller maybe to right guard, potentially try him there, see what's happening. But I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about Dawkins being the left tackle when there's some good tackles coming out in the draft. But anyway, I digress. So good things to take out of this, though. Third down efficiency, excellent. I think we were 6 for 9. Allen himself, when he's passing the rock, was 6 for 9, 71 yards. You know what I'm saying? And we had 5 good consecutive third down plays. That is encouraging to me. You know, the man can step in the pocket and deliver. One thing that I really like about Allen is a lot of people are gonna say like you run too much and all you do is you have a one-track mind of running. The thing is about Allen is he actually loves to pass. When I say this by saying this, when you have an arm and you know you can go deep, those are the type of guys that want to show off their arm. So you know he wants to throw the ball, and he did it. You know what I'm saying? So I know that he could be balanced, but he's got to preserve himself. By the way, shout out to everybody in this room. There's 103 people watching right now. He's got to preserve his body, man. He does, because he's gonna take shots, and the shots are gonna get bigger, and they're gonna get multiple every game, because now they're going to say, yo, put hands on him. Any way you guys get a chance to put hands on him, send him to the ground, make him feel it. And it's exactly what a good defensive coordinator is going to do. Exactly what it's going to do. But encouraging though, 6 for 9, 71 yards on third down conversion. That is encouraging to me. That tells me he can move, because we need, I think when we were at 2020, or I think the score was 23-20, can't remember. And we needed momentum, and we're backed out to our own end zone. My man stepped in the pocket and delivered. Third and 6, boom. 3rd and 8, excuse me, boom. So you know he can do that. We just need an offensive coordinator or a quarterback coach that can just rein him in. You know what I'm saying? These plays, we got to take care of the football. We can't get rid of the football like that. 3 turnovers, we can't have that. We cannot have that, man. It's just not happening. You can't win games with turn the ball over like that by your main guy. We got to do better. I'm just looking at my stats right now and my notes. And here's another thing, man. We desperately need a number 1 receiver. I'm so glad we got rid of that bum Kelvin Benjamin. Like, be gone, because now you have guys that Robert Foster that come in and step up. My man stepped up big today. 7 receptions, 100 yards. I like it. I like it a lot. So we just need to focus on getting a number 1 receiver that says, give me the damn ball. Like, I'm that guy. See me. Zay Jones was coming along, and he's still coming along. And I like what I'm seeing from Zay Jones. But today was just not a good day for him, man. That drop is still in my head. I'm watching that, and I could hear it through that TV. Boom, right off his chest. Shit, that shit hurt, man. You got to catch that. He's probably got internal bleeding right now, but you never know. You just never know. But anyway, so that's it for me, man. I just want to read up some stuff and some things that stood out to me. The good, the bad, the ugly in this game. I just want to share my good, the bad, the ugly. You guys let me know what your good, bad, and ugly were. To me, the good was Robert Foster. Robert Foster really showed out. He looks like a guy that you can depend on. He's a guy that, you know what I mean, I can send you deep, or I can give you intermediate routes, because he was doing that. Stop routes, you know what I'm saying, going across the middle. I like that. I was very encouraged by that. First half defense was encouraging. It was encouraging. We didn't get any sacks. First half defense was good, but then we tailed off. But I'm still encouraged by our defense, because I know how good our defense is. Tremaine Edmonds, 8 tackles, 1 interception, 1 pass deflection, and 1 tackle for loss. Big game by Tremaine Edmonds. By the way, the youngest player in NFL history to ever record an interception. Youngest player. So shout out to Tremaine Edmonds. I think we have a nice young nucleus on our defense. So shout out to my man Edmonds. That was the good. The bad, injuries, man. Oof, we got nicked up today. We definitely got nicked up where we could have we avoided some big injuries. But we got hit with a nasty one with Milano. So that was the bad for me today. Losing some guys in injury, and especially Hauschka getting lit up. That boy better get flagged for that shit. Fined for that shit, because that was an uncalled for play, and the refs just let it slide when it happened right in front of their bitch asses. So Hauschka getting hurt kind of threw him off today, man, because I saw him miss more field goals than I've ever seen him ever miss in one game. So Hauschka being hurt, that killed us a lot today. And injuries that really killed us today. And Allen forcing throws. He's forcing these things where you just can't make it work. That's the bad for me. The ugly, special teams. Today was just, Yo, special teams, man. That's who is supposed to hold us down and keep us steady. You know what I'm saying? Give us field position, do all those things. And then y'all pull that stunt. Man, oh man, that killed us, man. Bill Harvey, my guy, what's going on? Bill with the donation. He says, all in all, I like how we play. We need help on the O-line. That will help McCoy's productivity. We will be much better next year. I can't wait. Yeah. O-line is going to be crucial. We must address the O-line because if we don't address the O-line, we're going to have the same old Bills doing the same old shit. And that's the facts. Rico, did you see that miracle in Miami? I sure did, and I love every minute of it. Anytime that the Patriots lose, I love it. And when it's to an AFC East team, I love it even more. And when it's to the Bills, I love it even more than that. You feel me? But the fact that they thought the game was over, I'm listening to the commentary. Dude was like, pass goes to whoever. I think it was Parker that caught the ball. And commentary guy's like, well, and that's the game. Wait a second. Lateral again to Kenyon Drake. And then a big block sealed it and got Kenyon Drake into the end zone. And then what made it even better was freaking bum-ass Gronkowski trying to make a tackle at the end. Bill Belichick shouldn't have put Gronkowski at the what is Gronkowski gonna do? Just because he's 6'7"? Boy, get a defender on the damn field. Gronkowski. Anyway, and it just feels that much better. I know we lost to the Jets. We lost to a divisional foe, but when the Patriots lose, and I know that we're not going to the playoffs, that makes me feel great. It makes me feel amazing. So yeah, man, that was my good, that was my bad, that was my ugly. I want to know what you guys thought. What was your good? What was your bad? And what was your ugly? I'm interested. I'm trying to find out what's really good. So that being said, I'm going to start reading some of your questions. So if y'all have questions that I didn't get a chance to read at the beginning, shoot that shit again, and then we can go from there. Eyeball Billy says, was there too much hero ball today, or did J.A. have to do what he could? Both. There was a lot of both. There was a lot of things that he didn't have to do. He was trying to do too much. I don't know if it was like the pressure was on because it's Allen versus Darnold, and it's going to be like that for the years to come. But guess what? You just took that L versus Darnold because Darnold ended up coming in and coming in clutch. You had every opportunity to come in clutch, Mr. Allen, but it wasn't your turn. There's going to be many battles. You lost this battle. The war is going to go on for a while, but this battle you lost. You know what I'm saying? But did he try to do a lot of hero ball? Yes, he did. Did he run when he didn't really need to run? Yes, he did. Absolutely. Joe Smith says 5 drops. Come on, man. Yeah, the 5 drops, it kills you. You can't have drops, man. You need your receivers to depend on. Charles Clay, once again, non-existent in the pass game. Non-existent. This is a guy that, as a young quarterback, you need a blanket. You need a guy that you can count on. And then you have Charles Clay that's getting paid all that money, and we're not receiving our dividends this year. We are not receiving our dividends this year, and it's showing. It really is showing. Support the Bills, the Buffalo Fanatics by donating. Thanks you, Bill Harvey. Bill Harvey is an avid supporter, man. I appreciate that. He's been holding it down and holding it out for us, man. So I appreciate that, Bill Harvey. Pierre Lewis says Robert Foster had an eye game. Bills need to feature him more. Yes, they do, and I know they will. Now he's inserted into the starting lineup. Kelvin Benjamin has opened up more room for these young bucks to show what's really good. So right now, who took advantage of it today? Isaiah McKenzie and Robert Foster. Those two boys are the ones that really showed out today. Let me see what we got. James J says Rico still has a rookie. He's not a vet. Give him some time. Absolutely. We got to give him time. We're definitely going to give him time. But he did some things where you just don't do. You don't do it in the high school level. You don't do it in the college level, and you certainly don't do it in the NFL level of rolling to your right and throwing across your body, thinking that you're going to make a miraculous play. If it's like 3 seconds on the clock and you're heaving it to the end zone, different ball game, different story. Your first down and 25 yards, bro, throw the ball out of bounds, throw it at somebody's feet, and keep rolling for another play. Come on, man. We got to be smarter with the football. Demetrius Murphy says we need to let it go. Shady is done. Go Bills. I don't know if I'm ready to let it go, man. I don't know if I'm ready to let it go. I still value Shady a lot. I like Shady. I really do. He's just lost half a step. And it's got to be the worst because when you're a supreme elite athlete and you start to see you're not as explosive as you used to be, You still feel physically good, but you're just a tad slower, and maybe you just haven't noticed it yet. Everybody else is noticing except for you. That's got to be one of the hardest things. I know when I played ball and I was in my prime and I was nice like that, you couldn't tell me shit. And then you kind of take us you start realizing that you don't have that burst anymore. It's just not as prominent as it used to be. You start realizing shit, and then you try to make adjustments, and then you start playing with other guys. You know what I'm saying? That that you thought you're better than, and they start excelling over you, and you're like, what is going on? So you have to come with that realistic notion that shit is over. And I don't know if Shady is there, but I'm that motherfucker's knocking at his door and saying, "Hey, you remember me? My name is Half a Step. I'm about to take half a step from you right now because that's what it is." And Father Time does that shit. Father Time is sitting there. I'm not ready to come get you yet, but I'm gonna be there soon. keep rolling. Hang out with my man Half a Step. If y'all catch what I'm saying right now, because right now Shady has lost half a step, maybe a step. Father Time is creeping up. He's creeping up, and Shady can hear him. Shady can hear him. So Shady is right now. He's in this. He's in. I'm looking at my man Shady on the sideline. He's just like there. He's there. And I said this before and I'll say it again. My man is going to ask for his release, and he's gonna say, "Yo, just let me go find a team that can really do me justice and help me out." Unless the Bills are like, "No, we see you part of this. We see you part of this. We're gonna see this through." That'll be an interesting offseason to go through because I don't know. It's gonna be very interesting to see what the McBean wants to do with my guy Shady. Ryan Berger says from the game in week 10, Shady runs a lot and scored TDs today out of the game. Yeah, man, his hammy. If you guys have ever pulled your hammy, like a real bad hammy, you can't do shit with it. You can't. That hamstring muscle can render you helpless. You can't do shit with it. Casey Jazuski says O-line is done for is done for. Yet Allen can still produce over 300 yards. 2019 will tell you the story. Pray for utilize the draft and free agency. Here's the deal. I like the fact that Allen is moving the chains with his feet. I love it. I don't have any bones about it. But I'd like to see my quarterback really establish himself as a strong quarterback. Use your legs, but really when you need to use your legs. And he has the instincts to do that. But sometimes if that pass is not there, you always tend to roll to your right. You did it collegiately. You did it in college all day. Everyone knew you roll to your right whenever your shit's not there. My man, this is the NFL. They're going to take that rollout away from you. They're going to take it away from you. Then you're going to be forced to do what? Throw the ball away? You know what I'm saying? Throw interceptions? Nah, you got to try to stand in the pocket a little longer and stand still. But if you have to roll out, you got to roll out. But teams are going to force you to do that. And you've got to adjust. You got to counter that. You really do. Chuck Woodward says 2 weeks in a row, Hauschka misses the same amount of points the Bills lose by. Just saying. Good observation. Good observation. But when your O-line doesn't block on that on a field goal, that kills your momentum. It really does. Mike Schiavi says, figured that hit would have knocked him out for the funk for sure. That cheap shot that hit him, that was some buns, man. Pierre Louis says, Rico, should we part ways with Shady McCoy besides Zay Jones? The whole offense needs to reboot. The O-line needs a reboot. You reboot that O-line, it changes your offense dramatically. You have time. Time is of the essence, man. Y'all hear me say it all the time, man. You got time. You got a nice O-line. You got guys that know how to block. You got guys that understand scheme. We can make things work. Corey Yandy says, impressive fourth quarter by Darnold. Yeah, absolutely. Darnold came through, man. Darnold is known to be clutch. So nobody should be shocked by what happened today, what transpired today. It's our fault. Our defense didn't stop him. Our offense couldn't put the points on the board to really to solidify our win. We had this game. But we let them come in, we let them creep around, and we let them come through. You know what I'm saying? The Jets today was like that you hanging out with your girl, you know what I'm saying, and everything's straight, but that bozo is hanging around knowing that you got to leave to go do some shit, and then as soon as you leave, whoo, he scoops in. That's exactly what you can't let bum dudes hang around like that. You got to crush them. You got to crush them right from the jump. And we didn't. We let the Jets hang around. And then they scooped our girl. And our girl was the W. We needed that win. That would have been nice. It would have been a nice win at home for the fans. It would have been a confident booster for Josh Allen. But now it renders us with more questions. That's exactly what it does. It renders us with more questions. Nicholas Roberto says red zone is a major issue. We need to be better in the red zone. We definitely do, man. Like we can't just come away with just 3 points. We just can't. Ryan Berger says, why were we arm tackling down the red zone? Sometimes that's the way it be, man. You miss a tackle, you get a bad angle, and that's where you're at. Demetrius Murphy says, Rico, I can see it in your eyes. You hate to say it. Shady's done. I hate it too, but it's more than obvious. I'm not ready to admit it yet, man. I'm not ready to admit it. I'm not ready to admit it yet. It's hard for me to fathom the end of Shady, but it's not just yet. I'm gonna chalk it up as the O-line is just not doing what it needs to do. I mean, keep in mind, we lost Eric Wood. We lost freaking crazy man from freaking Incognito. You feel me? So like, and Bodan was starting to really come along, and we lose Bodan at center. So our line is depleted. So that's the one thing I can say that's plaguing our run game, is that O-line just not being very good, because we don't grade very well in PFF. If you look at our grades for O-linemen, we're not very good at all. We pass protect much better, but run block, forget about it. We're trash. We're straight trash. Mike Schiaff says Allen is better than Darnold. Allen is better all-around player. That is yet to be seen. We're gonna find out. Casey, just enjoy the next 3 games, and offseason is key. Maybe we can get more first-round picks with a shitty record, or get Bosa or Oliver, or 2 O-line picks in the first. The world is our oyster right now. So with a few losses today, I think Cardinals being one of them. If the Cardinals lose, we have a better chance of securing the 6th overall pick. So the 6th overall pick, which is nice. It would have been nice to have that last year, because we would have had 2 multiple freaking low picks, man. That would have been dope as hell. But hey, it is what it is. What do we got? Let me read some more questions. Thomas Camp says the Bills are looking for at least the number 4 pick in the next year's draft. Well, if we keep losing games, that's exactly what's going to happen. We're going to be a top 5 picking team. And I don't know if we're ready for that, because the pressure becomes on. Corey Yandy says another 100-yard game for Foster. Dude is a baller. Yo, it's helping that Foster A has speed. It's helping that Foster B is familiar with Dable's offense, with Dable's scheme, with Dable's verbiage. He's got all that. He was there with them last year. You feel me? And number 3, it helps that he has his opportunity, because he was buried, and that's what you call resiliency, man. You keep fighting, you keep making your plays, and you get your opportunity. So being in Dable's offense, you know what I'm saying, having the athletic ability, have speed to actually be able to do the things you do, and having the opportunity with that bum biscuit sent off to the Chiefs, that definitely does help, man. It really does. Let me see. Angel Torres says we signed Bell, and so we need to sign Bell and draft a receiver, and we a problem. We signed Bell and draft a receiver, and we got a problem. I hear you. I think I get what you're trying to say. I don't know if we're gonna give Bell all that type of money. That's a lot of money. Bell's asking for almost $17 million a year. You ready to give that to a running back? I don't know, man. Not even a running back. Are you ready to give that to Bell? That's what you got to think about. The arm tackling in the red zone, bad. Yes, absolutely. AJ Green available too. AJ Green could be available at 31 years old. The Bengals may part ways with AJ Green, or we come in and scoop in and say, "Yo, before you guys get rid of him, let me give you guys my 7th round pick." I don't know if they'll take it, but you know what I mean. But yeah, AJ Green could be available, but I don't know, man. You don't let a guy like that go. But 31 years old, coming off of he's on the IR right now. You just never know. Seth Gatavi says, "What's good, Rico? Did you happen to notice every time Allen had to scramble, he kept his eyes downfield? He was looking to pass first. Much love from OK. Oklahoma. I'm assuming. I think that's OK. Yes, that's the thing. His eyes are always downfield, because that's why I'm not worried. When Tyrod was our guy, whenever he took off, his eyes were not downfield. He was ready to take off. At least Allen's eyes are downfield, looking for something. So I appreciate that from him. But have your eyes downfield within the pocket instead of you rolling out all the time. But shout out to him, because he does maintain a good job of keeping his eyes downfield. Thomas Cant says, breaking news, Andy Reid is coming to Buffalo to coach the special teams. Not happening, bro. Not happening. Joe Smith says McCoy is done. He's not done, fellas. He's not done. Zach Volk says defense. Oh, yo, you guys put a bunch of stuff in here. Okay, hold on. James Parsons says Allen really doesn't have a chance to be pressured within 1 second. They brought it to him today. They brought it to him. So he didn't have as much time as he wanted because there was a game plan and there was an adjustment made. So that's why we have to look forward to that. That's exactly what's going to be happening. Teams are going to adjust. They're going to make adjustments to get him to stay within the pocket and be a passer. Thing is, the problem with that is he is a passer and he will torch you. We just need protection and we need receivers that are ready to make the plays and get that yak. Yak is important as hell to me. Yards after catch, I can give you a stupid dump off, but you take it for 90. Nobody gives a damn of how that pass from me to you came. It's about what the result of it is, which is a touchdown and 60 yards. Pad them fantasy stats. I'm still salty about fantasy, by the way. My team has been out for a long time. Shit. Anthony Felico says, how many healthy seasons does Bell have? He had one bad season, like where he got hurt, he busted his knee. I think that's about it. Trix Corba says McCoy is done. Come on, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. Can't do it. Can't admit it just yet. Tom Boyer says we need a whole new O-line. They can't block anything. Run blocking is atrocious. We're just not very good at run blocking. They're dicking us around, man. They can do what the fuck they want with us. It's just terrible. Nicholas Roberto says Rico, nice ice on your neck. Oh, a little something. If you guys think if it's real, it's not. A little accessory. You feel me? And balling like that. MD Lord says, what if we run the same offense we ran in 2016? Do you think that we will get Shady back on track and help our offense overall? It takes the same personnel because we lost Incognito and we lost Eric Wood. That's a huge difference on the O-line. So if we run the same type of offense that we had a couple years back, does Shady become the Shady that we have now? No. You still need the guys to block the ball, block on the ball. DZ says we need guys from Duck Dynasty. Yeah, okay. Myron Glenn says Shaq played better than Murphy today. Shaq is playing well enough to try to get his contract to come back. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Shaq, man, because that boy was on the verge of being cut, on the verge of being traded. But he transformed his game and now is a very big asset to the defense. So shout out to my guy. I'm gonna just read a few more questions and I'm gonna get out of here, fellas. James Ryan says overpay for Darrell Williams because that's the only way we get him, and draft Jonah Williams and move Dion to guard and draft a center mid rounds. I like that setup. Man. I really don't like Dawkins at left tackle. I don't. Move him interior. Move him to the interior. I think he'll be better suited and he'll have a better career there. I really do, man. Anthony 9805 says compared to what people were saying about Allen when we drafted him, I'm feeling good with him. And right now, he has proved a lot of people wrong. Obviously, a lot of mistakes, but that's expected. And he's a rookie. Absolutely. That's completely expected. 1,000%. TJ Lovato says, have you had time to look at free agency? If so, who would you want to get? No, I have not had time. I've glanced, but I haven't. I'm just so focused on the season. But once the offseason starts, then I get to my POP. If you guys are avid listeners and you guys know what my POP is process or problem. So I'll be going through every single positional need on our team and who we should keep and who we get rid of. And then I have another segment of the state of the AFC. And I do a state of the AFC East and I talk about all the AFC East teams. And then I get into free agencies of who we could bring in and who we not. So the offseason is very long. So I at least have segments that I edit and put together that'll give you something to have all offseason. Because sometimes how dead as hell the offseason can be. So you got to spread that shit. Bill Harvey says Incognito is still available. Hell no. He ain't available up here. He is out to lunch, my man. So you cannot bring that shit over. Did Pampner even play? I don't know who Pampner is. I don't know if you're trying to. Tom Boyer says, I agree. Dawkins at guard would be a smart move. I think Palmer. Did Palmer even play? I don't know. I'm not sure. Jameson Ryan says Matt Paradise would be a great signing, but I don't think the Broncos let him go. Yes, the center Matt Paradise. I don't know, man. People don't let talent go just like that. You know what I mean? They try to keep them as much as they can, but if they have someone already in place, then Matt Paradise could be something that we look at for sure. But Bodine, I think we might stick with Bodine, and they feel Bodine is nice. So you never know. You really never know. TJ Lovato says, keep up the great work. I enjoy your breakdowns, and I really like what you do. I appreciate that, fellas. I really do. Jordan Palmer for QB coach. Oh, you mean Jordan Palmer? Jordan Palmer was the one working with him. So the problem is these guys that are working with these quarterbacks, I think they probably make a little more bread by working as these quarterback coaches, right? Or these gurus. So all these little players say, "Yo, let me give you some bread and get me back to get me back on track." But having an actual NFL job, I think Palmer would rather do that. So you never know them. They might bring in Palmer and say, "Yo, be this guy's quarterback coach. Let's get this shit popping." You just never know, man. King Noble says, "Yo, Rico, do you know is any of the Bills players watch your videos? Do they watch my videos? I don't know, man. I really don't know. Maybe they do, because a lot of these guys, like, they're just like us. You feel me? They like they're in the NFL, so they're constantly checking their names and who's talking shit and who's praising them and who's this. So I'm sure they go on YouTube and see some of this shit. I'm sure they know who the fuck I am. You know what I'm saying? And how critical I can be. And they probably like, yo, fuck this dude, man. He's whack. Or they might be like, he's spitting truth, man. He's talking good shit about me. I don't know, man. Maybe they do. You just never know. Some of these guys are so damn sensitive that they watch everything just to know who's talking shit about them. You see them that when they're replying in DMs and replying on Twitter and shit like that. You know, they see it. Romo's QB coach, not happening. He's staying in the booth. Jackson Lee says O-line needs to be overhauled. Who stays? Also, OL draft stock. Who's on your radar? Everybody. I'm not into my college bag yet. I'm looking at guys, but everybody's talking about this Jonah Williams guy, and I like him. I've seen a few games. No, sorry, 2 games that I really paid attention to him. I like what I see. Who stays? Teller. We just drafted the man. Dawkins stays, and everybody else get the fuck out. I want nothing to do with y'all. Overhaul. Get DeMarco out. Do we have any need for DeMarco? No, not really. So I would agree with that. Yo, get him out of here. Like, go let him go to a team that actually uses a damn fullback. Real talk. But anyway, why is Bean messing with the punter so much? Schmidt was decent enough. If it screws up on points, the board 10 yards here and there is not going to matter in the net yards. It's not about that. They continue to move off of Schmidt because he'll give you. Here's the deal. If I tell you punt away from Devin Hester, punt away from Devin Hester. If I tell you again, hey, I understand it. You shanked a little bit. Punt away from Devin Hester, please. And you keep punting to Devin Hester, you're getting the fuck out of here. I can't trust you to make plays. It's not just punting the ball and having them down it. You got to be a directional punter. You got to be, you know what I mean? Anybody plays man, you know, coffin punt. You know what I mean? Punting the ball in the coffin. You know what I'm saying? Dropping it. That's exactly what they're talking about, man. So you can't. You got to do your job. Punt away from the damn guy. Punt away from the guy. Simple as that. I just picked I just picked them up in the survival pool and got eliminated because of him. F my life. Yada yada. I got you. Anyway, fellas, listen. It's been great. It's been real. I gotta get out of here. This game was like, let me just give you a recap, man. This game was not one that I enjoyed thoroughly because I didn't see anything fantastic in the run game. I didn't see anything fantastic defensively. I think we were just okay. I know we started strong in the first half, but then we tailed off. We just let these guys hang around too long. Josh Allen is too reckless. He needs to just bring it down a little bit, man. It's okay to live another play and throw it away. You know what I'm saying? If you have to take that 5-yard dump off, let them do work. You feel me? Look at Tom Brady. Tom Brady will let James White take a 6-yard pass and turn it into 90. Edelman, 12-yard whip pass or a 7-yard whip, turn it into 15. You just got to take those, man. You got to take them. You can't do hero ball and look for the big home run play every single time. However, I did see some very good things. Third down efficiency from my quarterback passing was great. 6 for 9, 71 yards. I liked it. He knows how to move the ball. He knows how to move the chains. He just has to rein himself in and one play at a time. That's what it comes down to. Dable, you're not off the fucking hook. I still don't feel great about Dable, but I have a feeling they're going to bring his ass back. So if we're bringing his ass back, we got to make sure that we bring a guy that can really teach him the game, teach him the nuances of the offense, and really get going. Because Dable does not look to me like he's some kind of educator. He's just a guy that's just there running plays and has never had success in the NFL level. I'm just keeping it real because those are the facts. Other than that, I think we have something brewing. I think we're learning. I think we're developing right now. The young guys are getting experience, and it's only going to serve us right for next year. You know what I'm saying? So until then, we got to keep grinding. We got to keep putting on work. We got to keep putting up things on the field so we have something that we can look forward to. And I mean, let's try to get a win or two. At least have some pride. Get a win or two. We're going to be picking top 10 regardless, and then we'll go from there. Other than that, that's what it comes down to, man. So y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy, and I'm gone.